Hey, this is Dragon Feather, and I had the most exciting experience probably in my entire witchy life today. So I went to a new Age store by my dad's house, and it was... Okay, so the title was... the name of the store was very deceiving, and so I was like, but I don't really know, I'm not really into that stuff, so we ended up going there anyway, and this store... like at least 3/4 of this store was filled with crystals. You guys know me, I'm a total chick who's obsessed with crystals. Like, my friends call me a stoner, like a play on words. It's funny. Alright, anyway, but it was so amazing there, and there was just tons upon tons of different crystals that I've been looking for forever, and crystals that I will definitely go back to buy again when I get money. And so I got 4 crystals. It was awesome because they were each like $2, and they were like this big, at least all of them were. And like I would go to Psychic Guy and I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, Psychic Guy sells, like they sell things, they sell crystals, but it's nothing like these. They were not of the quality, not of the size, and like the prices were practically the same, so I was just like, psh, wow, fail. So anyway, to start us off, I'll just show you guys the 4 that I got. So the first one is, you guys know my totem stone is Tiger's Eye, and I found blue Tiger's Eye finally. The piece that I have on here, on my altar, I don't know if you can see, it's like in the pine cone right here. Right here, you can't see it at all. But it I thought I had Hawk's Eye on there. Now I was wrong. It was also blue Tiger's Eye, so I technically already had blue Tiger's Eye. But the thing is that this particular Tiger's Eye that I thought was Hawk's Eye was, you know, but the Hawk's Eye is actually a form of Tiger's Eye that has certain other properties and physical attributes to it that change it. It has like, usually has, it's blue, it's the blue Tiger's Eye form, but usually has golden rings in it, which makes it Hawk's Eye, I guess. So I was surprised, and the lady I met there, which I'll get into her later, was the one who told me that, and she's a certified crystal healer. So that was very fun to meet her. Anyway, the next one I got was Sunstone, and for those of you guys know, I've been looking for Sunstone forever. Now if you look at this, it like has certain sparklies on certain spots, like, oh my gosh, just, it's so beautiful, and it just sparkly everywhere. Sorry. And then I have Moonstone, but I got a matching Moonstone, like size-wise, like they match each other size-wise, because like here's my other Moonstone, so it's a lot smaller. I got this one from Psychic Guy, and I got this one from the New Age store by my house. So these ones look the same, but like these ones are like different. So I just wanted them to match because they're gonna go on my altar as the stones that represent the god and the goddess. And then the last one I got, and this is probably the most beautiful piece of peacock ore I've ever seen in my life. And here it is. Just the colors on this thing just take my breath away. And I have a piece that I got from the Griffith Observatory, and it's not on my altar anymore. Oh yeah, that's right, I changed it. And then it's like this small in comparison, and even though that one has greens on it, like this one is still really pretty, and it's just like, I don't know. And it's huge too. It's like, you know, for the palm of my hand. But it was so absolutely wonderful to go there. And after I, you know, talked to this lady, you know, I'm like, oh, and stuff like that. And so my dad was asking her questions, because she said that wind chimes were good for protection. So, because I knew that, like, my interest was already piqued. And then my dad was just like, oh, is that Wiccan or something? And, she said it could be. She was like, well, you know, it's not really specifically Wiccan. It's more like a, I don't know, it could be used in anything, really. And so then they ended up getting in a conversation. I was looking over at the stones, and then she ended up admitting to my dad that she was a witch, and a Wiccan, I think. And my dad was like, oh yeah, well, my daughter's a Wiccan, and she's like, oh really? And so then they get into this huge conversation, and I go over there, and I'm overhearing this conversation on like the other side of the store, and then I go over there, and I'm just like, I'm like, you are? And she's like, yeah, there's an actual place, another place besides the one that I'm going to, that is a place where a coven meets up, and she's in this coven, and this coven's really close to me, and she's like, yeah, come by, and we'll, like, you know, we'll work you through something, we'll, like, help you with stuff, we'll, like, go through this and go through that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I just ran into a coven. And so there's kids a little bit older and a little bit younger than me in it, but there's also, like, adults too, so I'm pretty sure that if I, like, do their course or whatever, I might become a part of this coven, which will be so freaking amazing. And then once I can, like, drive, I can drive myself over there, and it'll just be so beautifully awesome, and I just can't wait to do it. Just can't wait to go. So I'll be super excited. Well, I am super excited. And then my dad, he's like, do you want this? And he gave it to me. It's just like one of those glass things, and I don't know, it's interesting. And so I was like, oh, okay, fine. So I'll use that for something, eventually. But yeah, that was my awesome adventure today, and I'm super excited, and I'm even more super excited that I finally got sunstone. I know I've mentioned in other videos, I'm like, I want sunstone so bad, and I finally found a piece of it, and it's just so beautiful. I'm sorry, I can't get over how pretty it is. But yeah, and I can't believe I also ran into a coven. I'm just like, I'm still in disbelief right now, you guys. It's just like, wow. Wow. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. But until next time, blessed be. I hope you enjoyed watching, and bye.